These tumbler wrap products have sold extremely well on Etsy, and these PNG products have made sellers well over $18,000 in sales for the last 30 days. And you can even sell these T-shirt PNG products that can sell even better. And if you don't want to sell print-on-demand products, I think this is probably one of the most easiest and fastest ways for you to get an Etsy shop up and running and start making sales on Etsy today. So in today's video, I'll share with you all the steps you need to take to get your shop up and running, utilizing the strategy of selling AI designs on your Etsy business that can help you sell just like these other shops here that are selling these top quality products. I want to share this all with you coming up next. All right, so these products right here are selling like crazy on Etsy. And these may look like physical products, but these are actually digital products. And if you've been on the fence of what to sell on Etsy and you're seeing a lot of things about print-on-demand products, but you want to go a different route, I want to encourage you to create digital products. And when you create these digital products, these can be designed just not for tumbler wraps, but even for T-shirt products, just selling the design itself. And I was able to create multiple products like these that are selling in my shop every single day. Now, our focus today is going to be selling these PNG designs for T-shirts, because I think that's probably one of the easiest ways for you to create and sell these products. But you can definitely go back and forth with selling these type of tumbler wrap designs. And you would think that with selling a digital product where it's only like $1, $2, $3 that you're actually charging, you might think that there's not a lot of profit to be earned, but these shops are actually making tons of sales. Here is an example shop that's primarily selling these digital tumbler wrap designs. Again, all for $3. But in the last 30 days, they have made well over $18,000 just by selling these products. And because these products are so low in cost and so easy for the customer to get, because it is a digital product, you can find that people purchase multiple of these products at the same time when they land in your shop. And again, these are extremely passive products to sell, because once you create them, they sell automatically, and most importantly, they get delivered automatically because it is an instant download. So it's a huge opportunity, in my opinion, for you to focus on these type of designs, either be digital tumbler wraps or these T-shirt PNGs. Again, both could honestly do extremely well. So the first thing you definitely want to do when you are selling these type of products is understand what is in demand. This is the most important place you want to spend your time, because you don't want to spend your time spinning the wheels on designs you think will sell. You want to have some proven data in regards to what you know sells well. And all this data I see at the bottom of these listings are all coming from Everbee. This is the main platform I use to really do my product research, because they give you quick access into all of this data that makes it really easy for you to understand where people are spending their time in there. This helps me have data before I design my product, so I know that what I am creating is based upon buyers' demands, buyers' interests, and not just my personal preference. And what I like to do is find a design that's selling well, but then remix that into a whole new product, focusing on a different niche or even a different season, and start bringing new things into that space that, again, I know it's going to sell well because it's based upon data here, but I want my products to sell even further. So let's just take this example here. This product is a PNG product. We can see that it has this nice phrase. We can see this design is done well here. Again, in the last 30 days, it sold 67 products. So I like to take what is selling well, merge this over into different spaces, adding in new elements here, and really bringing out something in regards to our design. So I'm going to jump into my Creative Prompt AI tool. This is where I create all of my AI designs, because it really makes it easy for me to merge two things together and really bring out something new in regards to AI designs. And so from here, I can head down to the remix portion here. I can move down to this box where I can upload a reference image, and we're going to grab that reference image that we just found on Etsy to do extremely well. Now, we're definitely not going to leave it here. We're definitely going to change this up drastically to fit this into a different micro niche and definitely create something new here. But I want to go ahead and select some pre-prompts that is going to be perfect for me to remove the background. Anything in here that's tied to the mockup is going to remove that and just really have me focus on the design itself. So that being said, I'm going to head over to T-shirt PNG, set the background to be white. And I do have the option in here to put in a prompt to get some different variations, or I can just hit start designing and really generate some amazing variations here. But I want to merge in two things here. I don't just want to leave the reference image as it is. I want to pair that with something else, blend two things together to really create high quality products. And so I want to actually grab a design that I created with inside of my Etsy membership community. I want to go ahead and utilize this as part of my second image I'm going to reference. Head back over into our reference image here with our remix. I'm going to go ahead and paste that in, and now we have two images that we're going to use. Again, the reference image we found from Etsy, but then our own digital design that we're going to utilize as a reference. I do want to bring in a different style in regards to our design, and so I'm going to go ahead and select this to be the secondary reference. Definitely taking upon some unique themes and some likeness in regards to the text, but I definitely want this image that we have already created to be the lead, but definitely bringing in again some things from reference image 2. So right now we're not going to put in any prompt because we already had a great pre-prompt already selected here that's going to look at both images and bring out something unique here and create something different. So when I hit generate, we'll see what we are able to gather as a result, bringing these two things together to create something new. All right, so this is what we were able to gather as a result. You can see just how much of a difference we were able to gather when we brought in those two designs together. And this could definitely be an easy design you can sell either on a t-shirt product or on a tumbler wrap. So now that we have our design made, now we can go in here and upscale the image and remove the background. And now we can get this ready to be sold on our tumbler wrap or even sold on our t-shirt PNG product. All right, so now we have our design background removed. We have the upscale already in place. Now this is going to be perfect for us if we are selling this as a t-shirt PNG, because specifically for t-shirt PNGs, we definitely want the background to be removed because obviously that's going to be used on a t-shirt. But if you are selling this on a digital tumbler wrap, most of these can be sold with the background in place. And really it all depends on how active your background is. In our case today, because we're going to focus on the t-shirt space for this specific design, we'll leave the background out, and I'll share with you how easy this is to upload into Etsy. All right, so we have our t-shirt already done here. Now we definitely need to create some good mock-ups for us to showcase our product when we upload this to Etsy. So I like to do the design and the mock-ups all at one time, because when I jump over into the Etsy listing, I have those things already taken care of, where the only thing I gotta focus on is SEO when just listing my product. So that being said, I'm going to head over into VidMock. VidMock is a great space for you to turn in any mock-up image that's a still image into video mock-ups that can be perfect to use. And we definitely want to utilize this process because we want to use great mock-ups, but also convert that still image to be a visual mock-up with video mock-up. So I'll go ahead and log on here, and I head over to the mock-up prompts, and we can head over to t-shirts and already see some good examples of the designs that I think would do well for these t-shirts here. We also have the same thing for a sweatshirt. For our case today, I just simply use a sweatshirt here. And I want to go ahead and use this mock-up in the studio. So I have the sweatshirt here. Now I'm going to grab my PNG design that we just made, upload it here, stretch this out, and you can see that came out extremely well. So we have a very nice mock-up to use for our Etsy shop. We can add in some text too if we want. So I can add in some additional text here at the bottom. So I said PNG digital file. Change the background color, and it's always good to communicate what is in your product just so that your customers know a little bit more about your design. Either it's a PNG product, either it's a SVG product, or you're selling multiple products. I think it's always a good idea just to communicate a key value point, either confirming certain things in your mockup image or answering specific questions. And I really do this for all 10 mockup photos. Today we just do it for our first mockup photo here. But again, communicating text on screen I think is very important. Now, this is not just going to give us a still mockup image that we're going to use, but we can actually convert this very easily into a video mockup here. So first I want to go ahead and download this mockup here, which again is going to be perfect for us to use for our Etsy shop. And then I want to go down a little bit further and actually create this into a video mockup that we're going to use as well. That being said, I head over to create video mockup here. I can see some great examples of the video mockups that we have in place. And the cool part about this is that it'll just take your mockup image, utilize AI to convert it into a very life-alike video mockup with their premium motion presets. All these presets are pretty good to use, and you don't have to stick to the same sweatshirt that you use. You can upload your own or copy and paste your own mockup photo and use the same prompts as well. You can grab from their library or you can add in your own. In our case today, we'll use some from theirs here. So I'll go ahead and select this one here. scroll down and go ahead and use this prompt, and I'm going to hit generate video, and it's already working in the background. It takes about a minute or so, and I'm going to find that video in my download folder once everything is done. We have our entire design done here with our video mockup. We can open this up and see how well that is playing, and as you can see, that's very natural movement. I think this came out great. This is another easy way for you to stop the scroll to get more attention to your listing and help you actually make more sales. Let's jump back over into Etsy here, where we're going to get ready to upload our product. So I'm at my dashboard here. I want to head over to listings, and I want to head over to add new listing here. And when you head over to new listings, I'm going to set my category to be digital art here, and I'll go ahead and select this here. I'll scroll down and hit continue. And so I'm going to set this to be a digital file here. I'll scroll down and I'll answer all the questions Etsy provides for me. When they said who made it, say I did. This is a finished product. This is made to order, and this was created with the help of AI. I'm not going to select a print provider here because I'm not selling a physical product. There are no print providers, so we'll just skip that for right now. We'll go ahead and hit continue, and now we have space to upload our title, drop in our file that we just created, have our description, set our price point, and put in our tags and quantity as well. Now, this might seem overwhelming at first, but really when it comes down to titles, you just want to look and see what are the top listings doing for their micro niche term and what are the product categories you want to focus on. Now, you can easily plug this into ChatGPT, even upload your design, and it'll give you a great starting place for your keywords, for your titles and tags. But within inside of our creative prompt tool, we actually have a space for you to upload your design and get your title, but also your tags and even the first line of your description for your SEO. We're going to head over to creative prompt once again. We're going to head over to Smart SEO. And because we're selling a PNG design, we're going to select PNG design here. And we have the opportunity to plug in a micro niche term that we want to focus on, or even just upload our own design, and the Smart SEO will be able to analyze the design and create titles and tags from here. I like to actually go back and look and see what are some major niche key phrases this design is using. Obviously, Silly Goose is one of them. Kristen is one of them. So I definitely want to add that into my title as well. But specifically, our design is focused on Valentine's Day. So we put in our target niche term, which is Valentine's, Kristen, Silly Goose. And you'll notice here how I didn't put anything like T-shirt or PNG, or if this was a tumbler wrap. I haven't put any of those product category keywords because the AI will fill that out for me as I have PNG selected. This really makes it easy for you to create high quality titles, tags, and first line of the description, which again is going to be beneficial for you because Etsy is a search-based marketplace. That means people are able to find you based upon what you type in. So you really want to get this step right so that you're just not creating products that would never be seen. You're creating products that are focused on SEO terms that people are typing in and that you can be found in Etsy search. So that being said, we just simply put in our phrase here. We're going to go ahead and generate PNG designs for the listing. And you can see how we have a very great starting place with our title here. And again, this gives you title variation 1, title variation 2, some really great tags to use that's all tied into your design, niche term that you put in, as well as the first line of your description to really be specific for the SEO for your listing, which is all important if you want to be seen on Etsy search. So again, we have the option to edit these, regenerate these, or just copy these. I would like to think these get you between 80 and 90% of the way there, and you can make any manual changes that you want. In our case today, we definitely know that we want our first line to be Valentine's, Kristen, Silly Goose, PNG. So we'll go ahead and make that change there. We can go ahead and hit save. And now I think that's a great first line of our listing. Bring in other relatable terms that are all tied to our niche and saves us so much time. Now, with everything being done here, we can choose title variation 1, plug this in. So I'll go ahead and copy this, head back over into my Etsy listing, go ahead and plug that in. And now that is done, set to go. Now, when it comes down to my mockup photos here, again, Etsy gives us up to 20 listing photos here. Again, we're only going to use, for example, today 1, but you can see how far you can go in regards to communicating what your product is. So we'll go ahead and upload our main photo here that we made using VidMock, and you can see that came out extremely well, and I think that's going to be perfect for us to showcase what our design is. But we also want to go a step further and add in that video mock-up that we were able to create with VidMock as well. We have our entire design done here with our video mock-up. We can open this up and see how well that is playing. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and download this and utilize this as our video mock-up. Jump back over into our Etsy listing, and now we're going to upload the video mock-up we just downloaded into this space here. And now this is going to be the video mockup that plays when one of the shoppers hover over our design. With that being said, here we can add in things regarding to our description. Again, I like to really focus on the first line of my description to be SEO focused. So I like to go ahead and copy the first line description here, head back over into my Etsy listing. And then with everything that comes after, I like to have a read first line so that they know exactly what is the file type and what it can be used for. I like to follow that with my download instructions, file usage, and I like to put something in regards to print quality and a small thank you from my shop. So this really covers just the basis in regards to what you are going to communicate. This is pretty much what you have for T-shirt PNG products and even tumbler wrap products. We cover the same basis here in regards to our description. From here, we're going to skip over personalization. We're going to add in our price. I like to add it here at $3.99. And we can see the whole breakdown from Etsy in regards to what we can earn in regards to our profit once everything is done. Here with Etsy fees, scroll down and set the quantity to be $9.99 because we have unlimited quality, being that it is a digital product. We can scroll down here, and again, our category has already been set. We can set some attributes, things that's related to our product here. Again, if we were selling this to be tumbler wraps, I like to set the width and the height here. But again, we're going to skip that for our example today. This is always good to do if you're fitting for a specific holiday or for a specific occasion. And here's what we're going to add in our tags here. This is, again, another area where people really struggle with, but because we have our tags already made here with the Smart SEO, we can head back over into our Creative Prompt tool, head over to tags, copy this, head back over into our Etsy listing, and just paste in our tags, hit add, and everything is done here. Really easy to do, and everything that we have used for our tags is extremely related to what our product is. With that being said, I can go ahead and scroll down and no materials are needed. And again, I can go and set a return policy if I want. In our case, because we're selling digital products, we have no returns here. And then I can set this to be a part of a shop section. If you want to categorize your listings to be focused on different seasons or hobbies or interests or people, you can do that here. In our case today, we'll go ahead and skip that. I like to set this to be automatic so that every time I get a sale, it automatically renews, helping my listing to be pushed even further in the Etsy algorithm. So I'll set that to where it is. Now be mindful that when you do publish this, Etsy will charge you 20 cents. And every time you get an order, if you set this to be automatic, it's going to charge you 20 cents because it is essentially relisting or renewing your listing, which again, every listing that is posted will be 20 cents. If you want to skip this for now, you can if you just want to get products up. But again, the choice is yours. I'm going to set this to be automatic here. And if everything is done here, I can go ahead and hit publish. And again, I get this little note from Etsy letting me know that if I publish this, it is going to charge me 20 cents. I'll go ahead and hit publish. Now our entire Etsy listing is published. If I refresh my page here, you can see the listing that we just created is there to be visible. It is a digital product. It does have a video on it here. I can view the listing on Etsy and I see all of the information and the data for our titles. Our tags are already set. We have our description already set in place. And we also have our beautiful video mock-up in place as well. Great things there in regards to our design. That is essentially the process for you to get your listings up, to get your listings visible, to create high quality products based upon things that are selling well, and definitely start creating multiple products you can start listing in your Etsy shop today. Now, if you're new to all this and maybe you need a slowed down version of all of the steps, I have my Etsy membership community where I cover over all of the major steps you need to do to get your listings up and sold online with Etsy. My Etsy membership community comes with my Etsy course, which is over 80 videos. So it really takes you through every single step you need to do to actually sell well on Etsy. I have my classes, my creative prompt tool, like you have learned here, in multiple coaching sessions and daily prompts for you to learn and start scaling your Etsy business. So you can always be in the know in regards to what designs are selling well, get the actual prompt, utilize the creative tools, and really start creating amazing products. If you do want to get access to my Etsy membership community, I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below so you can start following along and creating high quality products and start listing these products so you can start making money online with Etsy. Check out this next video here if you want to learn another tip and strategy to help you sell well in your Etsy business. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.